Alright, let me ask you something. How often do you see a family that's been in the public eye for decades actually show you their real, unfiltered moments? I mean, think about it. Most celebrities guard their private lives like Fort Knox. But here's a family that's been living in the spotlight for generations, and yet they're sharing something truly rare. A glimpse into their most personal memories. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones, two icons of Hollywood, just celebrated their son Dylan's 26th birthday with a series of never-before-seen family photos. And what's fascinating isn't just the photos themselves. It's what they reveal about how this family navigates fame, legacy, and the pressure of living up to a name. Let me break this down because there's so much more going on here than just a birthday post. First off, these photos aren't just snapshots. They're a time capsule of a family's evolution. Catherine's carousel of Dylan's childhood moments, like the one where he's cuddled with his baby sister Carys or nestled in her arms, feels like a deliberate act of vulnerability. Why would someone in her position, someone who's survived public scrutiny and personal battles, choose to share this? It's not just about celebrating Dylan's birthday. It's about saying, this is who we are and we're not hiding. And that's wild because in today's world, where privacy is a luxury, this feels like a rebellion against the expectation of perfection. What makes this really interesting is how it contrasts with the typical celebrity narrative, where families are often portrayed as distant or curated. Here they're raw, messy, and human. Then there's Michael's tribute. At 81, he's not just a father, he's a mentor, a legend, and a man who's seen the industry change drastically. His message to Dylan, cherish the year you're leaving behind and face the new one with strength, isn't just advice. It's a reflection of his own life. Think about it. Michael Douglas has lived through decades of Hollywood's highs and lows, from his Oscar-winning days to the challenges of aging in an industry that idolizes youth. When he calls Dylan his biggest fan, it's not just a line. It's a reminder that even icons need to find validation in their own families. And honestly, that's one of the most human things I've seen in a long time. It's like he's passing the torch but also holding on to the idea that family is the one place where you don't have to be a legend, you just get to be a dad. But let's talk about Dylan for a second. He's 26 and he's choosing to pursue acting, a path that's both a gift and a curse. His grandfather was Kirk Douglas, a titan of the silver screen. His parents, two of the most recognizable names in entertainment. So what does that mean for Dylan? It's like walking into a world where every step you take is shadowed by giants. And yet he's not just following in their footsteps, he's trying to carve his own identity. I mean, he's got a film debut coming up in a thriller called I Will Come to You. That's bold, right? It's not a Disney movie or a reboot. It's a project that demands depth, complexity. And Dylan's talking about wanting to bring this character to life and being part of a project that pushes boundaries. That's not just ambition, it's a statement. He's not here to coast on his last name. He's here to prove that he can stand on his own, even in a family that's defined by legacy. And then there's the Mallorca connection. This isn't just a vacation spot for the Douglas-Zeta-Jones clan. It's a sanctuary, a place where they've built memories that transcend fame. The estate in Valdemasa isn't just a house. It's a symbol of their escape from the noise of Hollywood. Carys, Dylan's sister, recently spoke fluent Spanish there, and she said, "Valdemasa is my whole life." That's not just poetic. It's a testament to how place can shape identity. For these kids, Mallorca isn't a backdrop. It's where they feel most like themselves. It's where they're not just Michael Douglas's son or Catherine Zeta-Jones' daughter. They're just Dylan and Carys, hiking mountains, sharing stories, and building a life that's theirs. And that's something I think a lot of people miss. The idea that even in the most famous families, there's a need for normalcy, for grounding. But here's what this whole celebration really makes me wonder. How does a family like this balance the weight of their history with the desire to live in the present? Because every time they share a photo, a tribute, or a moment from Mallorca, they're not just celebrating Dylan. They're reminding the world that they're a family first. And in an age where celebrities are often reduced to their careers or their scandals, this feels like a quiet act of resistance. They're saying, we're not just our roles. We're a family and we're allowed to be real. So, what does this mean for the rest of us? It's a reminder that even the most iconic people have moments that are deeply personal, and that those moments matter. It's also a lesson in how legacy isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you choose to pass it on. Dylan's journey, his parents' reflections, and their shared love of Mallorca all point to something bigger. The idea that family is the ultimate legacy. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most important thing they're celebrating this birthday.